I'm thinking what they want you to do in A, because you want to make two functions multiply to give you P of X. It's not hard to factor. Can you see that you could factor P of X? And then I could have made f of x equal to x plus 3, and I could make g of x equal to x minus 3, and it would work. Any ideas how to cheat? Like you just said, oh, I'm going to just make f of x exactly the same thing I started with. What would you make g of x? Not 0 this time. 1. It's not wrong. Does it feel like cheating a little bit? Maybe. I would do the same thing in B. And in fact, I would probably argue that in B, that's a really good strategy to do. Like, you could do this, right? Okay, it's such a, here, I would, yeah. What would you make g of x? 1. Doesn't that make sense? Divided by 1? I mean, you could have fun with this, and you could do that, and then I could make f of x 1001 times x plus 1, and g of x 1001. You have to be careful, though, with the dividing one, because if I would do something like, why is this not quite the same? Why is this q of x not quite the same as this q of x? This goes back to our chapter 2. This q of x has a hole. This q of x doesn't have a hole. So if you made your q of x this would be slightly wrong. Because that one has a hole, the other one doesn't. So actually using 1 is the best strategy. Again, I've never seen them ask these questions on the exam. They just want you to see that you could think of an equation as two different parts. And if you wanted to think of it as two different parts, you could graph each part separately. And then if you wanted, take both of those graphs to help you graph the new one. Okay, so I won't even, yeah, like if you wanted to write down 7 and 8 for these ones, you could, but